Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining once again. Now, I did a 1 minute video on this the other day, and I said I was going to do a follow up on a longer video on it, but it's in reference to apparently Vice President Kamala Harris not having anything to say after the teleprompter just went out and she was like she just went blank. Okay, I think she's doing a rally, I believe, in Michigan, and apparently she didn't have anything else to say. She was like stuck and kept saying the same thing about 32 days or 32 days before the election. 32 days, 32 days. You're just rambling. And so I got an audio clip of this particular incident that perhaps scared her to death. Okay. So I want to elaborate a little bit on this, and I want to be fair about this. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on it, but let's hear what she has to say here. Let's see.
Remember his number? 32. Today we got 32 days until the election. So 32 days. 32 days. Okay, we got some business to do.
I guess this is when it went out.
32 days. And we know we will do it. And
that's right.
And this is going to be a very tight race until the very end.
In other words, we're going to fail.
Very tight race until the
if
very
we win,
end. We are the underdog, and we know we have some hard work ahead.
You the underdogs, all right. You the under puppies. That's it right there. Yeah. Let's see what else. Donald Trump said, he says, she had absolutely no idea what to do or say. Former President Donald Trump's war room said on X, humiliating. Let's see if I can get his words on. Let me see. Nah, I couldn't get his words. Well, anyway. Yeah, well, anyway. You can usually tell the moment it happened. Cartoonist Rob Larrikin parodied the hilarious gaffe comparing Harris's speech pattern to that of a drug user. That's the end of the article there. Yeah. I said I was going to do a little extended take on that. But in all fairness, when I think all politicians use teleprompter. Now, I don't know if Trump uses it. I don't think Trump uses a teleprompter that much, if at all. But all politicians, Republicans and Democrats, use these teleprompters. And I kind of can understand, that you have to use this. I get it, because you don't want to mess up. You don't want to say anything that's out of line with what your masters have written for you. Yes, what your masters have written for you. Because what I can understand, for the most part, these speeches are not completely done by them. There are other people that's helping assist them with these speeches. So you don't want to get out of line with what your masters have to say. That's one of the reasons why Trump tends to get in trouble a lot, because he doesn't really go by teleprompters that much, from what I can understand. And so he ends up he tends to say what's on his mind, and that can be a problem for the establishment. That can be a problem for the globalist gatekeepers. Okay, but yeah, in all fairness, I could kind of understand why she, got thrown off there. The teleprompter went out. Question is, why did it go off? What happened? Was there electrical malfunction or what? I don't know. But I can, in all fairness, and I'm not defending her, I can kind of get why she kind of went offline a little bit. But at the same time, this is what I said in the 1 minute video. If there's anything up here, if something like that happens, you still should be able to say something that is going to truly motivate the people, other than we got 32 days. 32 days. We got 32 days. 32 days. Are you serious? Is that what's supposed to motivate these supporters of yours? Is that supposed to get them stirred up, that you got 32 days? I mean, come on. As I said before, I believe she just went ballistic and went brain dead because there's nothing up there. And when I say that, I'm not saying it in a condescending way. I'm not saying it because I believe she's dumb or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it because she lacks knowledge. She lacks knowledge of the whole process. What can she say about her policies? You know, she should have been trying to say something about her policies, but she can't and would not have said anything about her policies because her policies are no different than Biden's. They're not going to change. And unless she's going to get up there and just tell a big fat lie and say, well, we're going to do this with the borders and we're going to do this when you know you're lying. So what could she have said? Not much else at all, you know, but it just goes to show you, in my opinion, that there's nothing up there. She's brain dead. There's no knowledge. She doesn't have a decent knowledge basis for the political process. And so all she was left with was there's 32 days left. There's 32 days left. Someone made a video, TikTok video, where they was imitating her, and it was like, this is before I had even heard about the fact that she had screwed up here with the teleprompter thing. She was like, there's 32 days, and 32 is one more than 31. There's 32 means that we're one less than 33. And I was cracking up. They had a laugh. You know how she laughs and stuff. When she gets nervous, she laughs a lot. And it's interesting because people tend to look at that as something infectious and just, wow, she's just really just down to earth. No, she does a lot of laughing because she's nervous. She doesn't know what else to do. And that's what she tends to do. When she doesn't have anything else to say, then she starts laughing. When she can't really defend anything, she starts laughing. Because she's nervous. You can hear it in her laugh. So, yeah. I just wanted to speak on that. It's just simply the fact that there's really nothing up there for her to talk about. And Trump, of course, you know, Trump is going to jump on it and make fun of it because that's what he do. At the end of the day, one person said this, and I agree, that Trump, at the end of the day, he's an entertainer. He's an entertainer and a businessman. So he's going to make fun of you. People might as well get used to that. Trump's going to make fun of you no matter what, okay? Yeah, okay, but she's like 32 days. And we're the underdogs. We have a long way to go. It's a long battle. Yeah, you the underdogs, all right. You ought to be the under puppies. You ought to be the under, I mean, like all the way down. Like, you ought to be, like, really under. But the only reason why Kamala Harris, that this race is tight with Trump, is because of the mainstream media pumping her up and making her into this goddess of the new era. I mean, she's riding around on a white horse here. That's the reason why it's a tight race. It should not be a tight race. It should not be any confusion between Trump and Harris. It really shouldn't be. Because Harris, in comparison, when you get rid of the mainstream media and you compare the two together, it's just no real comparison in terms of a political accomplishments. What has she done? Trump does have a record, 4 years. Trump, whether you disagree with him or not, or like him or not, he does have a record. She does not have a record, or whatever record she has, it doesn't look good because she was appointed as the border czar. Let's not get into this stuff. She wasn't. Man, I ain't got time for that. I didn't heard the news sources. I didn't heard what CNN said about it, that Biden appointed her a border czar. We're not finna go over that foolery. Well, she's not. Man, I ain't got time for that. Y'all, people believe that you dumb, stupid, and crazy. Not saying anybody here, but you believe that you dumb, stupid, and crazy. I ain't gonna even sit up and argue with nobody like that. You do not show mine. When clearly that's what they said. Clearly that's what Biden did. Okay. Yeah. During the 3.5 years that she was there, she did nothing with the border. Okay. So what political, and people say, well, she was vice president, not the president. Yeah, but the president appointed her as the border czar. What did she do with it? Not a dang burn thing. She kept it open. The thing kept open. All these people just kept coming in. All these illegals kept coming in. Well, do we need to go over that again? We don't. I don't think we do. Yeah. So he has a track record. Whether you like his track record or not, he has a track record. And really, honestly, it's mostly good. She has a track record, but it sucks. So if you was to compare both Trump and Kamala Harris together, apart from the mainstream media and their rhetoric of pumping her up, it would be a dismal failure on her part. But that's not what the mainstream media is doing. That's why it's so close. It's so close because the mainstream media have covered up all her failures, particularly at the border, and have made her into the goddess, okay, of all mankind. So they did. Care about your race or anything like that. If you're a failure, you're a failure. You failed, you failed. Just admit it. Be honest. Anyway, yeah, she couldn't do anything. She couldn't talk about anything because there's nothing up there. Let me tell you something. I'm going to close this video. When I do these videos, I read, and I'm not saying I'm so great and I'm all that in a bag of chips. Everything I am by the grace of God. But let me just be realistic with you. And I'm not perfect with it. I'm not perfect, okay? Obviously, it's not perfect. But when I do my videos, I read articles, and then I say with them, after I read the article, and then I read it, something I read it here on the channel, I'll read it here as I'm doing the actual video, but I've already read it before. So I know in advance up here what I'm going to say and what I'm going to respond on, but it's not necessarily, I'm not going by a teleprompter, okay? I'm not going by a list of things, okay, I want to talk about this. I already know in my brain what I'm going to talk about. It's up here. So when I read it to you guys, I already know what I'm going to talk about. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I tend to forget. I forgot about that. But whatever else comes up is just as good as what I thought I was going to remember in the first place. Okay? And what am I trying to say? All I'm trying to say is that I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of studying. So when situations occur, I already have a prefabricated, if you will, storehouse of knowledge and understanding about the subject that I can give and talk on without a teleprompter, without some kind of list of bullet point facts that I have to lay out. I don't have to do that. I can just speak to you right off the cuff. If you ask me about what I think about Trump, I can tell you. If you ask me what I think about Biden, I can tell you. If you ask me what I think about certain political processes, if I know about it and I've already studied on it in the past, I could tell you because it's already there. This is something she lacks. She doesn't know. And that's the problem. That's why she flipped and flopped and fart domed when the teleprompter went out, because there was nothing else there. I'm just saying. Had she prepared herself in advance, she probably wouldn't have been a problem. But she didn't. Her handlers stopped talking to her. But anyway, yeah, that's what I had to say on that. What do you guys think about this failure on her part? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. See you again.